Hi guys, what's up? It's Emma, and in today's video I'm going to be filming something that I've been promising for a very long time. It's also a video that I am a little bit nervous to film. Basically today's video is going to be a combination video all about my experience with Dote. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which is at Topp, you should. I have been talking a little bit about it. I had an experience with them last year that was really super weird, and I was going to do a video about it, and then kind of randomly around 4 months ago I got invited on a Dote trip out of nowhere and I went on it. This video is basically going to be my experience with them and what went down between us, and then it's also going to be a vlog from that trip, which is really interesting because this video is such two separate halves between how great the experience was and how different the marketing and concept of Dote is. So if you guys are from Instagram and you've been waiting to watch this video, it's finally here. I know it's been a while. This video is not meant to have any ill will towards the brand. I'm not trying to shade them. I purposely waited to upload this video until after their whole scandal kind of finished because if you guys know Dote, I'll give you guys a rundown. Basically, Dote is a shopping app, which actually I'm surprised it hadn't been invented yet. It is completely, really, totally convenient. The idea behind it is really smart. So basically you can put everything from multiple stores into one cart and check out. It's really smart and it saves a lot of time. You guys know, if you watch YouTube, there was initially like the Dote girls. You know the faces of Dote. I'll throw some up right here. They actually are no longer associated with Dote because of what happened with the whole Coachella thing. I'll link a couple videos down below if you don't know what happened, but basically they faced a lot of backlash from racism and putting different girls in different rooms, and they tried to launch a whole like counter marketing thing against that, and it kind of ended up making it worse, and a lot of creators dissociated themselves from them. I wanted to wait to film this video until after that had died down because I really didn't want it to seem like I was piggybacking on the topic, kind of join the trend just for the purpose of views. I really wanted to wait till that died down so I could tell my true full experience with them, because I feel like a lot of people have gone on these Dote trips or worked with Dote and totally not talked about it or ignored some facts about the brand. Only a few creators have like talked about their experience after the whole scandal thing dropped, mostly about the racism thing. This video is not going to be about that. It's going to be more about, as a creator, what happens behind the scenes with Dote and how they literally kind of screwed me over. So if you guys want to see this video, just keep watching. Keep the comments nice. I'm not sending any bad vibes towards anyone involved with Dote or the creator of Dote, anything. For the most part, been very nice to me and I'm grateful for my experiences, but we're going to be talking about this and it's going to be no BS. So if you guys want to see my tea with Dote, then just keep watching. So like I mentioned before, Dote began, I think it was literally like 2 years ago when the Dote kind of exploded. From what I heard from other people, they were a startup, I guess, and they won a lot of money from something and they put all of that money towards influencer marketing or creative marketing, advertisement with creators. All their money kind of went towards outreach towards YouTubers, Instagrammers, bloggers, which in this day and age is a very smart way to market your brand because that's where the majority of the consumer is like leaning towards. It's more influencer, I'd say, based over celebrity based. Plus influencers are like easier to work with, a lot more personable, relatable, all that jazz. So when Dote came out, they initially started working with a lot of big YouTubers, and you guys know the faces of Dote. There was like the Dote trip, like the Dote squad. There was a very iconic group of people that worked with Dote, and for a while everybody was about Dote. Like Dote was the ish, and at the time I wasn't a small YouTuber. I think I was about to hit like 100k-ish. No, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was around like, I think like 70 to 80k on YouTube and probably like 15k on Instagram. I don't know, I was a small YouTuber. I would still consider myself small to this day. But so I got the email, they were like, hey, do you want to work with Dote? I freaked out because as a smaller creator, when a brand only works with high profile people and then they reach out to you, you feel special, you feel important, you feel like, wow, like this brand wants to work with me. And so I was so freaking excited because I've seen the Dote videos, guys. Like I would watch all like the trips and like the gift bags and like everything they gave them and be like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. And at the time I had never been on a brand trip ever. I was like, this is my one chance to travel with the brand and work with a brand and like meet other creators. As an East Coast influencer, as a Virginia influencer, I hate that word, but creator, whatever, I don't get the chance to meet a lot of people or collab with a lot of people because I am, no one's around me, you know? Like when I go on trips now, it's like I went to VidCon. I have YouTube friends. It's a little bit different now, but at the time I was like internet friends, like a few people, but like I wouldn't meet up with them, and like the fact that I was like, I can go on a trip with these people that I've watched for years and like maybe become their friend, like that'd be crazy, you know? And so I was so ecstatic to be part of the Dote squad and part of the Dote team, and I was a hashtag Dote girl, which is like very, I guess, iconic. So basically Dote starts out by doing giveaways, and at this point I was like, this is amazing. I don't have to buy anything, but I can still give back to my audience, and all I have to do is promote the app. I can give away $100 worth of stuff like every month and not have to put in money of my own and like give back to my audience without like, you know, spending my own dime. So it was such a great deal in terms of a giveaway or a shout out, and then as you grow through giveaways, you get the chance to go on creator trips. So I was ecstatic to work with Dote, seriously so excited, promoted them a lot, created even a folder on my Instagram that was like all about Dote. I do Instagram posts all about Dote. I was trying to grow because I really wanted to hit the mark for a creator to go on a Dote trip. I think when you hit 1,000 initially, that's when you would get the official Dote crown on your profile and become a Dote girl. If you've watched my videos for a while, there was a point in time last year when I literally would stop videos and put in like follow me on Dote, because I was literally selling my soul to this brand with free marketing in exchange for 1, giveaways, and 2, the possibility of going on a huge exotic crazy brand trip with girls that I've watched for so long. So 1K on Dote, you get the Dote crown, and I got an email from the Dote team saying, hey, next month we have a Dote trip, and if you hit 15K, like you can be qualified for that. At the time I think I had like 8-9K, so I was like, oh, if I do a couple more giveaways, it's totally feasible. The trip was to Maui, which would have been, oh my god, I was so excited. I remember I got the email and I cried because I was like, oh my god, this brand wants to send me on a trip to Hawaii with like my YouTube friends. Like that would be insane. So I got that email and they were like, well, you're not confirmed for the trip, but if you hit the followers and there's a spot open, like we want you on that trip. And if you can't make it, we'll put you right on the next one. So I'm like, oh my god, like I'm gonna go to Hawaii. Like let's start promoting this ASAP. Like I want to hit this mark so bad. That's when I began posting about Dote like daily. And like at this time, everybody else was too. So as a consumer, if I was just a follower, I would have been so annoyed. And even as myself, I could see that it was annoying, but I still wanted to post it because I wanted to make that mark because 1, a brand trip, 2, content. Like in the end, the payoff for me was worth it. I was still doing giveaways, so I was giving back, but I also was growing on Dote, so it was a really just mutually beneficial thing, and I was super excited about it. And they told me the trip is for creators that have over 15K. We want you on it. We can't wait. We're so excited. And at this point, I was talking to somebody from the brand that was pretty high up, someone that I met on my Dote trip when I went in March, which I'll talk about after this whole thing. And I was really excited because she was a main point of contact for a lot of other big creators, and like it means like I'm being like, this is legit, like I'm talking to somebody who's like legit part of the brand, like not like a general outreach, somebody like really cares about me. It's a personal relationship, and my whole thing is I love personal relationships with brands. It makes it a whole lot better. If you guys know Ozzy, I love the team behind them. I love the marketing team behind DeVries. They're my best friends. Like I love them so much. So person to person brand interaction is like a huge thing for me. So I was like really super stoked. So I started posting about Dote pretty much daily. I actually ended up doing a video that was literally 2 minutes long about, hey, if you follow me on Dote, I'll pick one of you and I'll thrift for you. On my entire YouTube channel, a whole ass video dedicated to Dote to try to get more followers to qualify for this brand trip. It's getting pretty close to the trip and I'm about to hit 15K. So I emailed them and I'm like, I've been talking to a friend of mine who's also going on the trip, and like we want to extend our stay, and like if we're gonna go to Hawaii, we're not gonna go for like 2 days. Like we want to organize our flight so we can stay for a long time. And at this point they had already asked the other girl for her flight information, so I was like, I'm behind the cusp, like do you guys need my information? Like I'm ready to go. And they're like, yeah, we still have a spot open, like you're about to hit 15K, like we're really ready to take you. I have like the exact screenshots. If you hit it before the July weekends and there are still spots in the house, we'd love to have you. Otherwise, we'll get you right in the next trip. So at this point, I'm about to hit 15K. They told me like, if you hit it, you're going, like you're so close, we're ready to have you. And so I'm marketing my butt off. And the hardest part about this is that it's so weird because you're promoting a brand like Dote for free in exchange for a possibility of going on a trip. What I'm trying to say is that undervalues your worth as a creator to promote so much for free. So then I hit the goal on Dote, and I think it's about like a month and a half before the trip. So I hit 15K on the Dote app, and I was like, oh my god. They told me once I hit it, I'm going to Hawaii. Like I'm so freaking excited. And so I started emailing them about the trip, and I'm like, hey, I hit it, like do you need my information, blah blah blah. And I get ghosted. I don't get an email back from them for a long time. And at this point I've been corresponding with the girl that is like one of the heads of like outreach, and she's really super important, so I know that like she's like a legit figure in the brand. And then after that they start to pass me off to other people that work at Dote, and I get multiple emails from like random like, hey, like I work at Dote, do you want to work together? And I'm like, I've been talking to you guys for months, like I thought we were already on that. And then the trip happens, and obviously I'm not on it. It was hard for me because I did campaign for it for so long, and I was really disappointed. Not necessarily because I wasn't on the trip and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm spoiled, I didn't make the trip. It was more that like they told me I had a spot, they told me like I was on the trip, they told me if I hit the goal I could go. And the worst part about this was I ended up finding out they told me the trip to Hawaii was for people that had over 15K on Dote. The whole concept is if you hit the number for a trip, you get to go on the trip. It's like a reward kind of deal. They ended up taking at least 2 girls. I think there were more, but I can name confirm for 2. They took 2 girls that had absolutely 0 followers on the app, but they had a larger Instagram audience and a larger YouTube audience. So they just filled the spots with, instead of people that had campaigned for the app before or even used the app before, girls that didn't even have the app downloaded, had 0 followers, they took them on the trip. So as someone for so long that was campaigning for it, and the excuse they gave me was, hey, like, you need this amount of followers to go on the trip, and then taking multiple girls that had 0 and had never talked about it before, was kind of like a slap in the face. As a marketing perspective, it makes sense. I understand that somebody that has more of a following is going to be better exposure on a trip like that and better for the brand, but the problem that I have with that is that you can't promise somebody one thing and then take it away and still take a full advantage of their free promotion for you. And that's where I think the problem with Dote started to go downhill. Instead of doing quality over quantity, they started doing quantity over quality, and they started doing a lot of outreach to like everybody. Like anybody can be a Dote girl as long as you have enough followers. And so that's when I think they started to just like sell the idea on way too large of a scale to try to get everybody involved and wrapped up in it, and they end up not being able to deliver, but they'd still take advantage of all the free marketing that they could get. And so after this, I was really disappointed, and I was like, I just campaigned for them for so long and championed for the app, and they totally just like didn't even care. A lot of my friends went on the trip to Maui, and I was really bummed about it because like I could have met them, could have been in Hawaii, could have shot with like these famous photographers or whatever. And so at that point I'm like, you know, I've promoted Dote so much and they've done giveaways and I've been able to give back to my followers, but at this point it isn't simply worth it anymore to just do this for giveaways. Like I can do giveaways on my own dime, and what they're giving me in return for all of this exposure is just not simply worth it anymore. I stopped working with Dote because of how they did me dirty. When I addressed the issue and was like, hey, you guys told me this and this, and then you took so-and-so, I addressed it very professionally. I was like, I'm just really confused on why we would do this. Like, why would you tell me this one thing and then do this other thing, take advantage of my full marketing or whatever. And at that point, they passed me off again to some other person that wasn't really, just ignored my email, and someone else started emailing me. So it's like they kind of ignored the issue and like expected me to keep working with them. Never addressed it, wasn't really professional. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, it's not worth it anymore, you know? So that was the summer of last year, and I stopped working with Dote totally. They sent me a package in like August before I went to college of like free people stuff kind of randomly, but like I didn't really post about it. End of story. And then all of a sudden in February, very, very randomly, I got an email that was like, hey, you qualify for the trip, like do you want to go to Disneyland? Which was so random because I hadn't used the app in probably 6 months, and I had posted on my Instagram like, hey, like Dote's been shady to me. Like somebody asked me a question one time, was like, when are you working with Dote again? Like, you're gonna go on a trip? And I was like, I think they're kind of shady. I'm not gonna be working with them probably ever again. Since I had already publicly kind of announced like I didn't want to be associated with them, when I got the email, I was like, if I take the trip without asking my audience, I look fake. That makes me look like my opinions are like can totally be swayed by money or like bought. I put up a story and I was like, hey guys, I randomly got invited on this Dote trip. Would you rather me say no and like not do it, or would you rather me like go on the trip and like do a full vlogging behind the scenes, like total intel, and kind of get the whole experience like of a Dote girl? And the vote was pretty much unanimously go on the trip. And if it had been the other way around, I would have not gone because I would hate to compromise my integrity for a brand. I'm never gonna lie on camera. My opinion can never be like bought. Like if you're gonna offer me money for a product that sucks or something that sucks, I'm not gonna lie and say it's good, because that means my word starts to lose its value, and that anything I say can just be like totally fake and bought, and that's not the point of this at all. You know, it's about you guys. It's not about how much free shit I can get. And so I ended up saying yes to the trip, and it was kind of random, and I was going to be going to Disneyland with a group and shooting with a photographer for the day in the park all the way to California. I'm a college student. I was like, shit, I'm leaving for the weekend. I guess I'm going to California. Like, okay. So I say yes to the trip, and I get a list of like who's going, and I make friends with a lot of the girls, and no one on the trip was like super crazy huge, so we were all kind of like around the same size or smaller, so I could tell that it was going to be a pretty fun trip because no one's going to have the complex of like, I'm better than you, I don't need to make friends because I already have my YouTube friends. And it wasn't going to be weird because we were all going to be super nice. I think honestly we were just so all ecstatic to be going on a brand trip. At this point it wasn't my first brand trip. I had gone with Ozzy to Miami, and I had gone with Ozzy to LA in December. So I kind of had an idea of like what to expect. I've seen the Dote vlogs. I know the gifting they did, so I was like super excited about it. You guys will see the vlog. I honestly had so much fun. Not necessarily because of all the things that Dote had planned, but because everyone there was so nice and all of the girls hit it off immediately. They were was nobody that was like left out or weird or anything because everybody got along so well. We had like 3 to 4 people per hotel room, so we had like roommates. I ended up meeting a lot of my best YouTube friends I have now. I met Annabelle for the first time. I met McKenna, who was my bed roommate, and I met a lot of girls I actually went to VidCon with, which is so fun because like we're obviously all now YouTube friends and we hang out and they're just the best. So I'm the first one to arrive for this Dote trip, and being somebody who's seen like the Dote vlogs, I was like, oh my god, like my room's gonna be decked out, like I'm gonna get a goodie bag, and I was like so excited. So I get there and they hand us a goodie bag, which was like sick, like I'm so excited. They gave us glasses, Mickey ears, a bag of goldfish, and then sunscreen. All very valuable, but it was very interesting to see how they treat influencers that are bigger and how much money goes towards each brand trip based on how much exposure they're gonna get. Obviously it was a smaller trip, and obviously not as much attention was paid to us as other creators because we didn't have much of a platform or as much of an outreach as say Summer McKeen or Emma Chamberlain at the time. I also would like to say that I was incredibly grateful. The trip was crazy. They paid for the flight, they paid for the Disney ticket, they paid for practically everything, and so that is like, I am not shading them at all for that. I'm just being very honest about what my expectations were versus what was delivered. I'm not trying to seem ungrateful. I am very glad for that trip because it let me meet a lot of people that I love, gave me some really good opportunities. Everybody in terms of housing was pretty much equal. There wasn't like anything based on race. Everybody like had to share a bed or like something to pull out. In my room it was me, McKenna, and Brittany, and across the way was, I think it was Annika, Verena, Amanda, and Amanda. I think Ashley. Like, we were all super cool, hanging out the whole time. Like there was nothing ever that would have like alluded to people getting different rooms based on race or anything, as might have what happened at Coachella. I wasn't at the Coachella Dote trip. I'll link some videos below. I don't know the full extent of it. I watched them. I don't know how much weight the accusations hold, but I don't think anybody would lie about that, so I don't know. And some of the girls that were on my trip were on the Coachella trip, and they said it was definitely kind of weird, so that was interesting to hear about. Basically the whole concept of this is, I think Dote, the idea of the app is genius. The whole thing of making shopping faster and easier like that is so smart. And at the time it was like awesome to see it pretty much being headlined and championed by influencers that everybody loves and watches. Kind of trust their word because, you know, you've watched them for years and you understand that they also try to be very transparent with their audience. But when it comes to the marketing team behind Dote, I think they really just tried to reach too many influencers at once and got kind of cocky with it and just thought that since they had all these influencers in their pocket, they could do that to everybody else. Kind of scheme marketing from everybody for free with the promised allure of a trip. Yes, they did send me on a trip eventually, and I'm really grateful for that. However, I campaigned for so long and I was promised a spot on this one trip with the excuse being that you had to have 15K to take it, but then to see girls super last minute go on the trip that had 0 followers kind of showed they value who has a better platform and who has more of an outreach over each individual. As someone that values a very interpersonal relationship with brands, it kind of sucked to watch that happen. Every girl on the team that I met behind Dote was very nice. Kind of watching that happen so long. I watched Dote videos and I was excited about it, but I also kind of, they sold the idea of a Dote girl so much, and I would see girls comment on my stuff like, oh my god, I would die to be a Dote girl, like I'm campaigning every single day, like I want to be a Dote girl, I want that crown. Like, to be so crazily obsessed with that idea of being a Dote girl, like almost unattainable idea. Something about it felt really off. I didn't like the way like they sold that idea to the audiences, to so many people, like as like the attainable goal, like end all be all. Interestingly enough, now that Dote has faced all that scandal and stuff, every single big championing influencer for the most part has unlinked themselves from Dote and unassociated themselves via like Twitter, Instagram. They don't work with them anymore. Very few people work with Dote anymore because of their scandal / because of what happened. I stopped working with them long before that. I'm just gonna say that called that one. But biggest piece of tea that I have is that Dote now sends automated emails a lot about, hey, start your giveaway, or like, hey, time to do your giveaway. So it's not even personal anymore, and also they're now offering money to influencers to work with them instead of the other way around. I just find it so interesting that underneath a year they went from being a top leading brand, all these huge faces working for them, and pretty much being able to promise anything to anyone and having all this free marketing, to now a brand that has to offer to pay even the smallest of influencers to promote them, because now the name Dote is so tarnished with all of that. And I think the app itself is genius, and I think a lot of the girls behind it are really smart, but I think that the marketing team once again just compromised quality and went for quantity. They wanted to achieve too much and kind of cut corners to get there. I remember at our dinner the night of the Disney trip, the way the tables were set up for the Dote trip was the bigger creators for the most part were sat towards the head of the team. And I remember hearing one of the girls asked a girl that was on my trip, like, hey, are you vlogging this? Like, when does your vlog go up? And she was like, oh, look, I'm not vlogging. And it was kind of a little bit awkward because I guess they just got to the point where they expected all this free marketing from these huge creators. So I just think they just kind of assumed too much of any creator that went on the trip. As you can see now, they lost a lot of Instagram followers. They're kind of posting content that they wouldn't do as normal, and they're now highlighting girls that they would have never even talked to like a year ago because that's all they have. I don't know if they're gonna make a comeback. I haven't used the app myself in a very long time. I still get emails and texts on the daily of an automated response saying, hey, your Dote giveaway is ready. Hey, your Dote giveaway like ready to go live, and I won't be working them again. I hope this video is not taken towards anything. If anyone from Dote is watching this, I don't mean any ill will. I'm just sharing my experience. I don't know what you guys expected from me in terms of this video, but that's the truth. That's my experience. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. I'll answer all of them. If you're a creator and you choose to work with them still, I think that's your decision based on your experience with them, but I just chose not to anymore, so. Yes, it's me. Yeah, just What's up, guys? I'm finally in Disneyland. I landed in LAX at like 10:30. It's 1:30 now. I haven't slept all day. I slept like on the plane a tiny bit, but I literally just went. I just pulled an all-nighter to go to the airport because it was like 4 in the morning, so there literally was no point. But I landed in LA and then I drove to Anaheim and I just got lunch with Sydney from Dote, and I just got into my room too. I have my roommates coming. I literally have no idea when, but I have a couple friends that are on the way from the airport now. I'm really excited. I changed into my thrifted Disneyland t-shirt from last time I was in California with Carmen. Oh, this shirt's from Melrose Thrifting Trading Post, whatever. I'm gonna do a little unboxing haul right now and then maybe take a nap slash like unpack because I'm just so exhausted, and I think I might go get a coffee too because I haven't had any caffeine, and you can literally see the bags like under my eyes. So we're staying in the Paradise Pier Hotel, but Dote gave me a little package and they literally gave us ears. That's so cute. They just gave us some like Disney Day essentials, but I'm really excited about these glasses because you guys know I'm obsessed with glasses, and these are heart-shaped blue ones, which I literally don't have. Dude, these are so cool. Okay, I'm giving you guys a little bit of a hotel tour, but also my shirt. Can we talk about how perfect it is for the occasion? This is the bathroom. I don't know if we said it, but we're staying in the Paradise Pier Hotel with this cute little shower. You walk out here and there are some mirrors, and then over here are 2 queen beds, a little bit of a coffee jaunt right there. 2 queen beds with like the balls from Toy Story. The pull-out couch, TV, a nice little view over here of the pool. Look at that. I wish it was warmer so I could get a tan. Then we have a little bit of a desk area over here, but this is the room that I'll be sharing with 3 of my roomies. I just finished editing a little bit of tonight's video, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and meet Annabelle, and then I think we're gonna go get coffee because I'm just so tired, and so is she because we both flew from like East Coast. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're meeting at the pool. To be honest, I have no idea.
I've never had a
That looks so good. Hey, take a bite. Take your first bite.
Where should I go for them? Like,
get like a little bit of everything.
Just go in the go ham. Disneyland.
And
it's actually really good.
you look naked. So I changed my outfit into this striped turtleneck, overalls, Doc Martens, a little bit of jewelry going on, mini sunglasses. I'm with my roomie. Oh. This is Brittany, kind of my other half. You look so good.
Wait.
We're going to downtown Disney for dinner and meeting everybody else that just got here, which is exciting.
Oh, hi. I was like,
hi, you look so cute.
My name's Annika.
I'm Emma.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so now we're at dinner. Hello.
Sorry, I'm in awe over Carly's Instagram.
No,
if you don't follow her,
we're gonna link it.
Check
It's
it out.
so good. She's a professional model.
We just
Look. Oh, like hello, a celebrity. Finished pizza. Great pizza. It's really good. I'm really cold though, and now we're getting ice cream. So. Guys, these are all my roommates.
Annika.
They're freaking cute. If this is your mom Ashley, that would make me your dad Emma.
Oh my god. We can get married.
She's wearing Virginia Tech colors. Look how cute she looks. Outfit of the day, I'm wearing the ears that Dote gave me, this zip up from Fashion Nova, these necklaces that I made myself, bag from Rent the Runway, skirt also Fashion Nova, belt from McKenna, and my thrifted Air Force Ones. Okay, this is the breakfast wave. Oh my gosh, so much fruit. You just looked at me. Vegan queen!
She's being that bitch. Oh, sorry, I don't know if she's
No, it's fine. We just finished breakfast. My tripod's an orange juice glass.
This angle is tragic.
Wish you do doubles.
You're flirting me so much.
I just changed back into this because we got pictures already, so I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday, jean jacket, just my Docs, and my Dote Disney ears. These the twins. Pictures on the trolley, and
This is such a hassle.
the conductor left for us. Also, this is my favorite Dote girl. Aww. The castle looks really great, just beautiful. I'm just gonna say, vibes. Okay, we got Dole Whip. Josephine doesn't like it. Dude, it's so good. Hey.
Hey.
I like your bronzer.
You like my mom?
I like your bronzer.
You're not flirting with me so much.
Wait, you guys look so cute.
Ew, no.
Hey guys, welcome to Emma's vlog. Finger, because I was touching it like that. I'm not gonna burn it down.
Then that's my bed. You're all.
That's my bed.
That's our bed.
Hey, Emma, can I?
We're getting ready to go to dinner tonight in
Yeah.
10 minutes.
We have to go in 10 minutes.
I can take a nap for a real
I can take a nap real quick.
Yeah. Any makeup, so I'm not.
It was for a fake.
Oh.
A 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
What?
Bars.
I did a literal U-turn.
A literal U-turn? I saw him and we did a literal U-turn.
Yeah.
U-turn.
We didn't kiss till marriage.
No, we did not kiss till marriage because kissing is a sin until you kiss pro.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, wait. We still have to take a 5 minutes.
So when you're sober, are you low?
Yes.
What?
Are you just now realizing?
Okay, hi guys, we're all here. Getting ready to go to dinner at the Blue Bayou inside Disneyland. How was everyone's day?
It was great.
So fun. My feet hurt.
I'm so tired though.
Yeah. It's so hard just being a model.
Being a content creator is
being a content creator.
I mean, I don't seem to not seem grateful, but
it was a lot of work.
it's hard.
We're going to go eat dinner and then we're watching fireworks and then DIYing sweatshirts afterwards, maybe. Alright, so we're gonna go to dinner. I'll see you guys later. I'm wearing a hair tie from Hiking from Dote, glasses Fashion Nova, necklaces made myself, dress from ASOS, and I'm wearing my Doc Marten. Guys, it's our mom. Guys, they put our pictures together and I'm with McKenna. Oh my God, frick.
Like what? Like this is the cutest thing ever.
You look so good. Three vegan ice creams, roasted strawberry coconut, freckled mint chocolate chip, and dandelion chocolate hazelnut. That's such a long name. Cookies and cream.
Wow.
Can you spoon for every time you
Yeah. There's like buttons. That's gonna drip off the
I
side.
don't like mint that much. What, is it really good?
That was amazing.
That was way too close to
You're
your
like,
screen.
the mint.
If I learned one thing, I'm brain freeze. If I learned one thing from all my YouTube friends, to get your videos over 10 minutes.
Yes.
And it's to not use Final Cut Pro because it sucks.
Yes, the twins. Hey guys. Everybody just left. I look like an actual crackhead. So many screaming
Too many
girls
screaming
at like
girls.
12 in the morning. It's really great, but I'm like,
Yeah, I'm from Georgia, so it's actually like what, 3 a.m. my time right now?
yeah, same time zone, baby. I can't believe that yesterday I didn't know you. Yeah. Hey guys. I love you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Peace.